2023 Lamborghini Huracán Tecnica first look. On paper, it may sound like the 8-year-old Lamborghini Huracán is due for a replacement any day now, given the typical model life cycle of a supersports car. But instead, Lamborghini has thrown what it's learned from the recent Huracán Stowe Track Day special into the new, more street-oriented 2023 Lamborghini Huracán Tecnica. This lifeline includes a refreshed design with new aerodynamic functionality that stretches the supersports car by a hair over 2.4 inches. The easiest angle to approach the new Huracán Tecnica is to consider it an Stowe model that's been worked over for less compromised daily use, but still offers most of the Stowe experience. Should you find yourself on a racetrack one day? To be fair, we found the Stowe to be surprisingly livable in the real world, with a firm but not exactly harsh ride quality and moderate interior noise at speed, depending on the selected drive mode. Of course. So the Tecnica is more powerful than the rear-wheel drive Huracán Evo, but less focused than the Stowe, essentially. Visible through a massive rear glass panel in the new carbon fiber engine cover panel is the familiar 5.2-liter V10 engine tuned like you'd find it in the Stowe, sending 630 horsepower and 417 pounds-foot of torque through the rear wheels only, and it's still paired with a 7-speed twin-clutch auto gearbox. With a body that's grown 6.1 centimeters in length, and a few creature comforts for the cabin, the new Tecnica's listed weight-to-power ratio of 2.15 kilograms CV only marginally trails the Stowe's 2.09 kilograms CV, with a dry weight of 1,379 kilograms, or 3,040 pounds. Considering the updated look and overall more street-ready, finished quality of the new Tecnica, it's probably worth the tiny weight penalty if you're going to drive it a lot. It's a daily driver Lamborghini for an Stowe owner, or a more track-oriented car for an Evo owner. Either way, it's a similar formula under a slightly reworked shape, so let's talk about what they've changed. Immediately up front, the Huracán Tecnica sports a new facial signature, incorporating some of the newer Y-shaped Ypsilon Lamborghini design language introduced on the Terzo Millennio concept car. The angles of the new fascia create a newly engineered air curtain not found on any previous Huracán, pulling in air through lower intakes housed under the familiar Huracán headlights, which also feature the Ypsilon feature design. The new aero work improves brake cooling and saves some life in the pads, and in the rear. A new wing contributes to 35% more downforce compared to the Huracán Evo RWD model, while looking considerably more subtle than the towering spoiler on the Stowe. There are also new deflectors added to the underbody, and overall drag has been reduced by 20% versus the Evo RWD. In profile, we can see bits from other recent Lamborghini show cars, along with the previously mentioned design elements taken from the Terzo Millennio. The new glass cut line leading to the rear intakes has been tweaked over a normal Huracán, as previewed on the limited edition Lamborghini Essenza SCV12 supercar. And the diamond-cut 20-inch wheels were inspired by Lamborghini's Vision GT concept car. The rear fenders and intakes of the car have been tweaked and enhanced by the new glasswork that cuts into the body more, allowing a broader-looking body design in the fender without widening the car itself. Under the new wing out back, the Huracán Tecnica is now longer, as we've previously mentioned, but with purpose. The revised carbon fiber engine cover features a large glass window into the engine bay, which sits below a newly revised rear cabin window that's now flatter, for improved driver visibility. There's a new hexagonal rear splitter, flanked by two large rear air inlets that allow you to peer straight into the V10 from another unimpeded vantage, and newly optional hexagonal exhaust pipes stick out slightly to match it all. to help keep the sports car pointed where the driver wants it even with all that power. The Tecnica incorporates a rear-wheel steering setup that tweaks its behaviors between low and high-speed driving in the various drive modes available. It's tuned for the town, with improved turning radius. In strada, it aids agility in sport, and it keeps the steering extremely precise to driver inputs in Casa mode. The Tecnica also sports a unique torque vectoring, traction control, and overall suspension tune. The interior can be customized and tweaked for either daily driver or more track-focused status with optional harness seat belts, and a revised, simplified Me digital interface exclusive to the Tecnica model offering connected telemetry and recorded track times. You also get slightly more cargo space than in Stow, up to just a bit more than 3.5 cubic feet. As expected, just that slight touch of daily comfort does knock the Tecnica a few pegs behind the Stow in performance, as anyone should expect, but it's still incredibly quick for a RWD model. The Lamborghini Huracán Tecnica gets from 0 to 62 miles per hour in 3.2 seconds, versus 2.8 for the Stow, with a top speed of 202 miles per hour.